Yo, what's up? I have something special for you today, but first, before I can show it to you, this video has been brought to you by Moonraven83. You thought it's gonna be a sponsorship? Well, technically it is. Sponsored by the knowledge of our fellow subscriber who keeps dropping very valuable information every single time the new episode comes out. So, first on our list to do was to find the Shaleback Hollow as instructed by Moonraven under the last episode. I believe this must be also the dead sorcerer's cave that they have mentioned, but we shall see very soon. Once we got into the area, I have noticed a discolored grey shaleback and it kind of looked rotten, so we are definitely in the right location. I parked our Shelby in a safer location, so just in case if we don't get back here in time, at least Shelby would be out of the aggro range of the shaleback that would respawn here, and then I have headed back into the cave. Unfortunately, I have spotted that this is a corrupted zone, which makes perfect sense, but I didn't know how fast we would absorb the corruption, so I ran out only to make the torch, just in case as we are going into the cave, and then YOLO'd it and ran back inside. As we are going in, I will let the gorilla fight with shalebacks and tell you about today's episode a little. First of all, we've got Shaleback Hollow that we are visiting right now. Then we've got retrieving the emote tome from the other side of the bridge that we have visited last time. And Sorcery. Yes, finally. Once again, I can't stress that enough. All this is possible thanks to Moonraven83's knowledge. Now, I am not ruling out that I would never get to it, but with me knowing only so much about Conan, I'm pretty sure it would take me a while until it would happen. Definitely not in this episode. As we have entered into another compartment of this structure, I could see that it could have been previously occupied by someone or something. The tiles, if I may call them that way, were definitely lined up on the floor by a cognizant life form. And then there is this, a massive statue in the middle of the room. So this definitely looks like an ex-human shelter. We can prove it by the pile of books, and it does actually smell like a dead sorcerer's cave. See what I did there? There was an inscription with a pentagram on it, and I wanted to pick it up. However, this is one of the objects that we cannot really interact with, so I kept searching for clues. Then I looked at the table and spotted something that reminds me of these emote tomes, so naturally, as I want a new emote, I just went ahead and picked it up. Only to realize that we have obtained more than we have bargained for, as this was not a tome for emotes, it was a book of Kurak, which basically tells us a little bit about basic sorcery, and also gives us a basic knowledge about sorcery, meaning we've got few new spells to play with, as well as few new crafting options. Don't ask me how I got here. I can tell you that my dumb brain didn't think about checking the new abilities first, and I have just used the conventional methods of traversing through obstacles. The reason of me trying to get in here in the first place is that I have spotted a chest while I was on the other side nearby the table, and once I have got here I have noticed that there is more than just one chest. I think there is 6 in total, one of which I have missed when I was dead and spotted it while I was editing this video, and one is closed as it requires a key to be opened. A key that I probably missed or that needs to be obtained by fighting with a tougher enemy. But we will see about that. Anyways, just around this time, when I have already looked into most of the chests and looted them from all the goodies they had for us, I have started navigating back, and this is a moment when I have realized that I have something new, something that could potentially be used to get across to the other side. I have started exploring this sorcery thing and looked into both Tome of Kurak as well as the Sorcery tab under the Knowledge category to get more information about using this newly obtained ability. One of the first things was obviously to equip the Arcane Staff, as I figured out there was a reason why we have been given one in the first place. Even though it was an obviously failed attempt to do anything related to sorcery, I was blown away by this feature being added into Conan. I remember times of alpha release where we could just dream of stuff like this, but hey, it is a good thing to see the game still being developed after such long time since its release. So I got around to the location I thought would better suit me for making an ice bridge, as it looked a little bit more accessible. This is genuinely one of those WTF moments when you realize that something has actually happened, something that you would never expect before. Just like, I don't know, buying a scratch card and actually winning. Once again, this was a big deal for me as I haven't played Conan for a long while and never thought I would be doing this kind of stuff in this game. When I was done with the Shaleback Hollow and Sorcery, I have came out of the cave to touch some grass, pun intended, and got to the shattered bridge we have visited in the last episode. As you know by now, the sole purpose of me being here is to find the emote tome that I have missed. Well, I haven't acknowledged being there. Moonraven actually reminded me of one thing I seemed to forget. Most of the time, or every time, I'm not sure yet of this, when you see a ghost, there should be one of these tomes nearby.
Slave, Warmaker Plael has ordered the sealing of the borders, including the destruction of the bridge. This is to discourage your treacherous kin from entering our lands. For hundreds of years, we have patiently welcomed your people into our lands, and our kindness was repaid with war. No more, bonded one. You will break the bridge, and as you do, think about the consequences of betrayal. Think about what your people have done to you.
There we go, I think these two will be able to help me locate it. Let's go there and see if they are actually pointing us in the right direction. Press E to interact. Seems that we are in the right place, but for whatever reason I cannot pick it up. Give me a sec. There we go. Next in this episode, that I haven't mentioned for reasons of I just want to show you something you are not expecting, is me trying to finally get a thrall. Trying being the keyword here. You know what is actually making me laugh? The guy was called Kruf One Blow. I thought he's the one that defeats others by one blow, yet he got wrecked by one. Well, disregard what happened to the thrall to be. I have been building in here a little, hence the reason we have now got a purge meter turning purple with purge creatures attack being imminent. Regardless of the danger, I will keep expanding our kingdom, and there is a new base being built in T2 area. Let's see if you can figure it out before the next episode. Hint? My armor should give you an idea. Anyways, before I have started building in T2, I thought I might use this area as a storage room and potential thrall home. However, it is unfinished, as I have moved on to securing the new base, as it costed tons of resources and time to be built up to the current state. And now, this is the effect of my boredom after gathering resources and running around trying to get something done. I get to build some random stuff to make the area look a little bit more like an expanding village. This here is a swimming pool. Yes, I know, it is completely pointless, but I really wanted to construct one, as well as I was searching for ideas to use the torches we have obtained from the battle pass. The best part for me in Conan Exiles is literally the building side of it. It allows you to create whatever building you imagine, with multiple available styles, and then you can populate them with either thralls or pets. You can also top it up with some decorations. Tell me it's not amazing. A quick outside view on our little village. And back to the business. I was on the hunt, searching for potential thralls, and I found this lady here. She is a named thrall, and I think she might be a better option than my target tier 2 thralls I was going after. Syria the Mad. Ooh, girl, you will be mad when I put you in the wheel of pain. Lol. Now that she was knocked unconscious, it was the time to use our bindings and bring her home so we could turn her into a powerful guardian of our premises. As sad as this would be in real life, it always makes me laugh as they keep bouncing off every single solid surface when they are bound, and then they always seem to be fine afterwards. Now that she is in the Wheel of Pain, we will have to prepare some tasty gruel to get her convinced to join our ranks. After all, How can you not, being given such luxurious food? Anyways, thank you for staying until the end. Drop a comment, like or dislike accordingly, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I will see you in the next one. Deynon, out.